Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
We, before the show, we found out that our local news is apparently the fucking Incredible Hulk.
That's true. Hashtag Stan Stovall facts.
Yeah.
And Terrence.
What's up? He controls the news, guys. All of it.
He does. Controls it with fucking an iron fist.
Look, if you're from Baltimore and you don't know about the history of Stan Stovall, you should just Google it. Just Google young Stan Stovall.
Do some Google images of Stan Stovall.
It's
you will be surprised.
Yeah. You might just like it. All right, so we do have plenty to talk about this week. So let's jump right into it. There is going to be a review by the time you hear this, a review for Honk for Jesus Save Your Soul. This is the new Monkey Paw Productions film starring Regina Hall and Sterling K. Brown as a religious power couple of sorts in the middle of a scandal, like post-scandal, where Sterling K. Brown is like this mega church pastor, and they kind of lose their congregation because of some things that he did. And it's slowly revealed over the course of the film what he did. So the review for that will be up by the time you hear this. It's also going to be on Peacock on Friday, September 2nd. So you can also check it out there. It's streaming there if you have a Peacock subscription. All right, let's talk about She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, episode 3. I think this is the most like straight comedy episode that we've seen so far. I thought it was really funny. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the cameo. As I messaged the two of you, this is easily Terrence's favorite episode, I'm sure. For obvious reasons. But yeah, I enjoyed it. That was fun. Also, I enjoyed them making fun of like the douchebags who are upset that women are on like TV.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first episode that got like the most laughs out of me. It seems like this little mini arc is over, and I guess how many episodes is this? 6?
It's supposed to be 9.
9. Okay. Good. Then I guess we can. I have no idea where the show is going next. I have ideas, right? Like, obviously, someone wants the power of a Hulk. So they sent the fucking wrecking crew to be there.
Just a bunch of jobbers.
Which is hilarious to me. I kind of hope that, since they brought back Emil Blonsky and like Marvel is kind of recognizing the fact that the Incredible Hulk film exists. I'm kind of hoping they bring back the leader, Tim Blake Nelson. I think that would be really. I think him coming back in this particular show is all you need for the leader, right? Like, I don't need the leader to be an antagonist in a Hulk movie, because like. I get it, right? One's super strong and one's super smart, but like the good guy's gonna win, right? I think it would be really. Kind of I think it would be very funny if like one is super smart and the other is super strong, but she's also like highly intelligent, like she's a highly competent lawyer,
right?
And I love, and I just want to see that look, right? Like
just a giant head.
It's just this big ass head, man, and I want to see my people thrive, and
fair enough. Everybody wants representation, man. I get it.
And I don't know. I just think that particular character would be fit for this comedy. But yeah, I knew Megan Thee Stallion was going to be in it because like all of social media, all of the reports were saying that she was going to be in it because nobody can fucking keep it in their pants.
Right.
But it was fun seeing her. And if you didn't think she was, if you didn't know, I mean, the fact that they said her name 8 times in the show.
Yeah.
You know, she was going to be there. But no, this was solid. This was solid. And I enjoyed the fact that, like, I think we're going to progress a little more. Like this whole, like the first 3 episodes were to establish like, hey, I'm a lawyer. This is what I do. Take me seriously. But like at the same time, hey, maybe I kind of like me and She-Hulk because I got attacked by, you know, the Job Squad and I hulked out and it felt good.
Yeah.
You know, because in the comics, right, like She-Hulk, she doesn't prefer Jennifer Walters. She prefers She-Hulk because like one of her powers is that like she gets like a certain amount of confidence being She-Hulk. And she prefers to be that way, right? Nobody wants to be depressed or whatever. Like if you could look like She-Hulk, you would, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very excited for the next 2/3 of this series.
All right, Terrence, your thoughts?
It was fine.
Did you enjoy the twerking, Terrence?
I saw it coming. Like I'm like, if she's going to be in the episode, like she's got to twerk at least once in this episode. And I'm like, oh, so it's a stinger. It's fine. I've seen her twerking less. so it didn't.
Fair
it
enough.
Did nothing for me. I was like, it was fine.
Why are you wearing so many clothes?
Look, it's still to me. It's like it's the writing is kind of like on the nose, a little too on the nose. It's not very clever to me personally. I did laugh at a couple scenes, like when the dude was like, cool, we're going to let him out, but you do realize that you let this nigga out. And Wong was like, deuces. And just left.
That shit was funny.
Oh,
yeah.
You just left.
You committed a crime. I will be making my
exit. You are correct. And I'm going to go ahead and leave. Fuck off. That was funny. But that one dude, I know you're supposed to hate his guts, but I'm like, yo, come on.
Oh, the guy she used to work with
that thought he was dating Megan the Stallion.
Yeah, you guys are putting a little.
You got to say the entire name. It's like a pimp name slipback. You got to say the whole name.
You have to say the whole.
That just started getting on my fucking nerves. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo, come on. We know she's here. Relax.
Right.
But yeah, aside from that, I laughed maybe like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was that funny. I did like the part with the whole Twitter feed.
Super smart.
Which was it's like that's pretty much Twitter in a nutshell. Yep. Regardless of what the fucking topic is. It doesn't even matter what the topic is. So those 2 parts I laughed, but the rest of it I was just kind of like, this is fine.
I did enjoy the black dude being like, I'd smash. Yeah, I was like
right. I like that's 100% accurate.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no.
You're right.
I agree with your assessment. The one thing I will say about, like, if I have one kind of major criticism is somehow, and I just assume it's a budgetary reason, her walking around as She-Hulk in this episode looked terrible.
Looked awful. Yeah, I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, I was like, what is going on? Like, because it didn't look bad in the first 2 episodes. But in this one, I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe it needed a little bit more time.
T-1000 look to it. Like, you know how sometimes he would walk, it would look really weird and stiff because it was 30 years ago.
Right. It's like 1991.
But yeah, it looked a little strange.
Yeah. It felt like she didn't have any weight. Like, it felt like it was like imposed in the foreground, or, you know, it was like into the background. So it was a little weird. But other than that, like, it was pretty glaring. I was like, wow, okay, this looks
like, I don't hate the show. Like, it's fun. It's fine. Like, it's just, I'm gonna watch it. And it's not really, you know.
It's a screwball. It's like a screwball comedy, basically.
Yeah.
I do like this idea of, this is not a show that's going to have a cameo every week. And I'm like, and I feel like people are like, but you had that. I'm like, that's the joke, McBain. They're like, that's what happens. Every episode they have a cameo, which is kind of fun.
I mean, she even points it out. Like, she's like, well, except for Bruce and Blonsky and Wong. Like, she points it out. Like, all right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I got to tell you, a lot of people are just not that bright. Like, they're just not.
The internet has made it painfully clear that the world is dumb.
There's a lot of people because like you watch any of these fucking sad boys over here just like girls on TV, she won't touch my penis. Like those guys, like you listen to the commentary, I'm like, y'all don't understand satire, you don't understand character arcs, like they don't understand anything. Like it's weird, and I'm like, you have a platform where like hundreds of thousands of people are listening to you, and you don't understand the basic like writing of a script. Like they don't even understand it. So it's a little weird, but it's a lot. Look, a lot of dummies watching a lot of dummies on the internet. Thanks for watching, by the way. So just saying. But yeah, I enjoyed them kind of giving it to social media a little bit. Like, yeah, good. Because those guys are ridiculous. They took the Hulk's masculinity and they gave it to a girl. I was like, I've quite literally read comments like that. It's fucking weird. It's really
They
weird.
probably pulled those actual fucking quotes from Twitter.
I wouldn't be
just
surprised.
threw them on the fucking show.
Yeah. I honestly would not be surprised. All right, let's get into it. Topics this week.
Very disappointed to hear this news. There won't be a DC Fandome virtual convention this year. With the return of in-person events, Warner Brothers Discovery is excited to be able to engage with our fans live at numerous Comic-Cons around the world and will not be scheduling DC Fandome for 2022. That is a quote from a DC rep to Deadline. Look, they only did it because of COVID, right? Like they had this thing because of COVID. And, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah,
I think that with a couple more years of practice and better execution,
and
it could
content.
Yo, Terrence, relax. Relax with your facts, all right? Like, relax.
Like,
I mean, the first
and all that other bullshit. Like, it's content.
I mean, you're right. You're right. Like the first one was all about like the Snyder cut, right? Like that was the big thing about the first one.
Yeah, more on
the
that
second
later.
one. The second one, the
Black
big
Adam.
thing was Black Adam and the Batman. Like those were the two things that they were touting.
One of those came out.
Mm-hmm. And another one is coming out. Maybe.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Not Superman is coming out. Like at this point, I just want The Rock to just be Superman. At this point, why didn't he just?
I don't.
Look, I mean, look, like
he could just fight himself. Why didn't he just play Superman and Black Adam?
Right, might as well put hair on him. Put hair on himself. And play Superman.
I would rather him be Superman so he can just kind of get this shit out of, so he can just bust this nut and get it out of his system instead of all this like, I want to fight Superman. I want to tussle with the Man of Steel. I want to get down and dirty in the mud and blow Superman's back out. I mean,
brains,
punch him. Blow his brains out. That's it. Yeah, because it's real. It's so homoerotic that I feel like it's like an elaborate gag that he's pulling. You know what I mean?
A lot of people don't know this, but it's been reported in the third act of Black Adam, he just rips his shirt open and he just has scrawled across his chest, "Man meat. I miss it." Like that's it.
I've never seen an actor like so obsessed with wanting to fight Superman.
Well, didn't Idris Elba say like he wants to take on Superman?
I'm Black Superman. He said I'm Black Superman in that movie where The Rock fought him. Like the dude has a hard on for wanting to beat up Superman, yo. Like
but Superman's the golden boy. Like you're never gonna win. Like you're not gonna win that fight. Like you're not.
And hello, you don't want to be a villain. I feel like one of the prerequisites of being a villain is fighting Superman.
Yeah, that's a number one.
To fight Superman.
Yeah.
So, all right, yo. All right. Anyway,
didn't Idris Elba say he wanted to fight Superman as
Bloodsport?
It was fast, like
you just got guns.
That dude, what's wrong with you?
That dude in the comics, like someone hired him to shoot Superman with a kryptonite bullet, and he did it. Like that's where that comes from. Yeah. There's no like just random ass. I'm Black Adam and I want to fight Superman. Like what? Huh? What?
All right, you about to get your ass beat up. Like that's just, you might get a couple licks in, but that's about it. I'm actually kind of bummed that Fandome is getting canceled.
I am sad too. I see a lot of people shitting on Fandome and like the idea of Fandome, but like if Marvel did it, like everyone would be.
What's the difference of Fandome and D23? Not much. I mean, besides content, as Darren said, like it's largely the same thing.
So I don't know, man. I thought this was a good idea. But apparently people just like getting their information, through like different websites and not being and paying, exorbitant amounts of money to fly all over the country and go to these comic book things instead of like just having it right here in front of your face, in front of your computer screen. But
look, guess what? D23 is coming up. Can't wait to read what happened. I'm not going. Shit's too expensive. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, and it always seems terrible to me. Like just going places seems awful.
Just going places.
I remember
you went to an E3 once, didn't you?
Yeah,
I went to an E3. I did.
How was that?
It was a lot of niggas in there, and I didn't like it. Because you got to stand in line to play the games and shit like that. I'm like, I don't like standing in lines for anything. And y'all said y'all stood in line for like 10 hours to go to Hall H or some shit like that. And
we did.
It was like, it was like 13.
How many?
It was like 13. I'm never gonna forget that number. I'm never gonna forget that line. We were sitting in front of in front of this dude in one of them Spider-Man club shirts that I used to wear.
Yes,
and I was looking down on his ass like I didn't have that exact same shirt 7 years before.
In fairness, it was nearly a decade before. It was nearly a decade before. You were at that point. You were old enough to know better. He was definitely he was old enough to know better, yo. He was our age.
Well, there you go.
Nah, yo.
Yeah.
So like cons and shit like that. First of all, like the groups and like the different germs and shit, you're gonna get sick. People don't know how to bathe properly. White people,
especially at anime conventions. Anime conventions are fucking dirty. They are.
they are. Nah, I went to that once, and I was like, "This is not something I ever need to do again." I went twice because didn't I go with you?
You went with me once,
and you and I, Terrence, you and I went to Baltimore Comic Con, and I was like, or Awesome Con, I think it was in DC, and I walked in, and it was like a bunch of like crazy anime kids, and I was like, I'm getting a headache
in the middle of the fucking hallway.
Yeah, I was like, I'm getting a headache. Like, get out of my way. Get out of my way. Like,
this is unacceptable.
I wanted to play Duck Duck Goose, but with my foot and just not say anything, like against their heads. Move out of the way. I hate that.
Why are you sitting in the middle of the fucking hallway? Get up.
You're not
children.
Yo, right. Stop acting like kids. I don't care if you're in anime. That's perfectly fine. I know plenty of adults who are. Just stop acting like you're 6 years old. You're fucking 30, yo. You're 30. Move. You can enjoy One Piece and still act like a goddamn grown up.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I don't like large gatherings of individuals. That's just my thing. I don't like it. I hate it.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't think that's unfair at all.
Well, now you'll never be able to get your DC news, Terrence, because Fandome is dead, and
you did it. It's your fault.
You're welcome.
Oh my god!
Marvel Studios is currently prepping its Fantastic Four reboot for a November 2024 release. After two previous attempts from Fox to adapt Marvel's First Family to the big screen, with wildly varying, piss poor results.
2? They did 2 with the original cast, and then Fantastic Four, or whatever.
I mean, those Tim Story movies are better than that later one.
They really are. I mean, it's like not even. It's like it's not even a comparison, right? Like everyone kept telling me, "Oh, Josh Trank, man, this guy's gonna be great."
I thought he was gonna do well. I am happy to say that I was 100% wrong.
Man, you really got to check out Chronicle or whatever.
That was a good movie.
I was like, let's see how he does with Fantastic Four, and then I'll watch Chronicle. I never watched Chronicle.
That's fair. Like I get it. I mean, it was American Akira. Is all that movie was. But it worked.
Yeah. What have you done since then?
Nothing. I think he has a movie actually recently where people were like, I still hate that nigga. Like,
no, he does not. I'm looking.
I thought he was working on something.
Or he might still be working on it 7 years later.
Damn.
Yeah,
that movie was so bad it broke a man.
I mean, it kind of did. It kind of did.
So the rumor for the Fantastic Four.
I don't mean it. He did Capone with Tom Hardy in 2020. He directed that. The one where he was like shitting on himself.
That's weird.
Yeah,
gross.
Weird.
According to rumors, the WandaVision director Matt Shakman is signed to direct Fantastic Four. Shakman will replace John Watts, who was supposed to do the Fantastic Four movie, who is the director of the Spider-Man trilogy, Marvel's Spider-Man trilogy. There is no confirmation on Matt Shakman's rumored involvement. Here's hoping that we'll find something during D23. I'm sure look, I don't remember what episode this person of WandaVision this person directed. I enjoyed WandaVision.
Yeah, I think he handled all of it.
All of it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I specifically remember his name.
All right. Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Television directors directing television is not the same as directing movies. That's
correct.
Like the vision of a television show is brought about by the showrunner or the person that runs the show. Whereas the director is kind of like a director for hire, right? Like the director of a television show has to just kind of, everybody knows their jobs. They just kind of have to get it going and maybe try to pull certain performances out of people. A director of a movie, that is more closely in line with what everyone thinks a director is, right? Like this person has a vision and wants to see that vision realized. Mm-hmm. So I say all that to say I don't really know how to take him directing Fantastic Four, because and WandaVision doesn't necessarily help me in making that decision.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, but I guess to me, if you were talking about a normal television show, I would say that's probably largely true. WandaVision feels very different than normal TV to me. Like, of all of the MCU shows, it feels a bit different. So it'll be interesting to see if he does it. I mean, I could see why they would be interested in him, since he kind of super nailed the 1950s sitcom sort of mom and dad kind of perspective, and the kids in those early episodes, and they could be kind of going for that kind of undercurrent. So who knows? I mean, maybe that's their idea.
Here's a list. Here's a select list of directing credits: WandaVision, Succession, The Boys, The Good Wife, Fargo, Once and Again, 6 Feet Under, Boston Legal, One Tree Hill, The Riches, Everybody Hates Chris, What About Brian, Everwood, House, Ugly Betty, You're the Worst, Psych, like House, like
it's all television. All television. I mean, he did a couple episodes of Game of Thrones.
So again,
well, the last time they picked the director from Game of Thrones, he did Thor: The Dark World. So not good. But that script was garbage, in fairness to him. I don't know. I don't know if he'll be the guy. But I would hazard a guess you'll find out who that name is at D23.
Yeah, at this point, I just want something. Yeah. I just need something from Fantastic Four to. Yep. I kind of hope Doctor Doom is. I kind of hope you don't. Like they don't give up the actor that will play Doctor Doom.
I've only heard a rumor of somebody who was being considered, and I think that person is a really good fucking choice. I think it's a really good choice. So, but I haven't heard much. That's kind of seems to be kind of being kept secret on purpose. So we should see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I kind of want it to be. Kind of wanted to be like someone like Hugo Weaving in V for Vendetta, right? Like you never see that dude's face. You never they didn't advertise him as being V, did they? I can't remember the marketing for that.
I don't remember the marketing for that movie. I mean, he's the main character. So probably. But certainly not. They didn't show him hear him holding the mask without it's Hugo Weaving. It's like you just kind of knew because it's like that guy's voice is very specific.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want, right? Like I want to know, but like don't tell me. Let me just figure it out. I think it'll be fun.
It would be kind of fun that like you see the first time you see him, he walks in fully realized as you know him from the comics. And then you hear his voice and you're like, oh shit, it's that guy. Like, it would be distinctive enough that you'd be like, that's who it is. Like, that would be kind of cool. I think that's a good way to reveal it. So,
yeah.
We shall see. I don't know.
We'll see.
Right, next up.
Umbrella Academy is working on its 4th and final season. I cannot tell you how much I just fell off of this show.
I didn't finish the first season.
I don't know shit about it. I don't know nothing about
it. This is... So the first season was 10 episodes, right?
I remember, I believe it was Demetrius saying, you got to get to the first 7 before it gets to
7.
That's when I was like,
you got to get to the first 7 episodes of a 10-episode television show before it starts.
7 hours. That's 7 hours.
That's almost a work day. That's almost a work day.
No, I'm never doing that. And that's when I finished that first season. And it got really good at episode 8, 9, and 10, but you had to slog through all that shit.
No,
and
and
I just can't. I'm afraid that subsequent seasons kind of do the same thing, and I'm like, look, I don't like these characters enough to want to go through all this bullshit again. I really don't.
If you
like the show, I'm glad for you, but
yeah, I'm happy. People seem to really like it. That's great.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I'm not watching 7 hours of TV to get to good TV. Like you said, I don't trust that the other seasons aren't exactly the same as that. So fuck you. Also, it's the principle of the thing, right? Like there's principalities in this shit. Like that feels offensive to me that you would waste an entire workday of my time to make me watch it to then like the show. Like, no, get me to like. If you said, the first 2 episodes are a little slow, but episode 3 is like where shit gets going, I'm like, all right, that's a pretty common thing. Not 7, I'm not watching 7 episodes, dragging myself, kicking and screaming over the threshold to then finally get to it. No, I'm not doing that. But, Hey, people seem to like the show. I'm not mad at them. I'm glad they enjoy it. So, good.
Could you imagine if somebody said, all you have to do is get through the first 2/3 of a book?
Then it gets good. Hey, yo, look,
we would not accept that. We would not accept that from any other medium,
No,
don't accept it from fucking TV.
Like,
the fuck out of it.
Like, hey man, J.K. Rowling's new piece of shit book. Once you get to page 400, shit gets popping. Like, nah, I'm not reading 400 pages to wait for her to let me know a person got stabbed and that person's the hero. Like, it sounds like the person who did the stabbing's the hero. Like, What are you talking about?
What's that bitch's problem?
Like, she's a fucking turf. Like she is. She's a turf.
She don't like people, man.
Yeah. She can believe in a world where wizards put half of their soul into fucking drinking water, but she can't believe a trans person exists. Bitch, get wrecked. Fuck you. That makes no sense. No, wizards. I can totally imagine that. Like,
I've never seen a single. I've never watched the movies because it's much like what's that other fucking series I've never watched?
Lord of the Rings.
No,
I would argue Harry Potter has a far lower barrier of entry than Lord of the Rings. Far lower. It's made for kids. Like
that's fine. I think like it wasn't out when I was a child.
Yeah,
I think Terrence would watch Lord of the Rings before Harry Potter.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
I tried. About 15, 20 years ago, the first one, but it was on TBS.
Oh, come on.
Oh, so it was like 8 hours long.
Oh, yeah. Fuck that.
And I'm like, this is unacceptable, nigga. I started this when it was light out. It was like,
stop going to commercial for the love of God.
Is this? I fell asleep, woke up, the shit was still on. It was literally dark. I'm not even joking. I was like, no,
I'm done.
This. I don't care enough.
I have not watched. I'll talk about it next week. I'll have a chance to watch it, but I haven't watched the first 1 or 2 episodes of the new Lord of the Rings show on Amazon. But like a lot of the reports that I've seen, it's like, yeah, you gotta really like this Tolkien shit and know a lot, like as a barrier of entry to get into the show. I was like, that's cool for people who are super fans, but that's going to be real hard for the average person. Right. And I like the Lord of the Rings movies, but I also recognize that they can be a slog. Like a lot of it can just be a slog because it's just so much world building and shit like that. So it'll be interesting to see it.
The whole first movie was them walking.
Hey, spoiler alert. The whole trilogy is them walking. Right? Like the tree, to quote Randall from Clerks 2, the fucking trees walked in that movie. Like, he's not wrong. But yeah, I mean, they're good movies, but they can be a little heavy, like to watch, especially if you're not a big like high fantasy fan. So we'll see. All right, next up,
the long-awaited sequel.
Okay, that's why I put a question mark at the end. I'm like, who's asking for this?
No.
Apparently, there's the Beverly Hills Cop sequel that has been long awaited by somebody.
Eddie Murphy
is a go. As sources tell Deadline that Taylor Page and Joseph Gordon-Levitt have joined the series star Eddie Murphy in Netflix's newly titled.
It's a Netflix movie too.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I mean, in
Beverly
fairness,
Hills Cop Axel Foley.
I mean, hold on. In fairness, Eddie Murphy's last movie on Netflix wasn't Netflix where he Dolomite is My Name.
Yeah, that was his Netflix movie. His last movie was coming to America on fucking
right,
Amazon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A classic comedy with a long-awaited sequel.
That movie, that sequel
Beverly Hills Cop came out first. So nah.
Look, I gotta say,
60 years old, it's fine.
I gotta say, of all of his classic films, considering his personality now, Beverly Hills Cop is the one you should do absolutely the least. Like, he was an asshole in those movies. Like, that's when he was like his, like the most raw, like type of character. Coming to America, he plays a nice guy. You can still play that character as he is now. Axel Foley was a dick. Like, is he gonna play Axel Foley like he played him then? Like, it feels like that's not gonna work at all. Is Judge Reinhold gonna be in this movie?
Is he still alive?
I think he is.
I don't even know.
Is the other guy who played where they lied to people and told him he was Gerald Ford? Is he gonna be in it?
Yeah, Eddie Murphy was like 23 years old in fucking the first Beverly Hills Cop.
Nah, Judge Reinhold is still alive. He's 65. Nah, if Judge Reinhold isn't in this, that's a mistake.
Isn't?
Is Judge Reinhold bald now? This is weird. That guy always kind of slightly creeped me out, I have to say.
At first I didn't like Beverly Hills Cop because the first Beverly Hills Cop that I saw was Beverly Hills Cop 3.
For fuck's sake.
And I was like, yo,
why does anyone even like this movie? I've never even seen the third one.
94 or something like that?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Damn, Terrence, you are really good at fucking dates.
It wasn't 94.
I don't think I've even seen 3.
I've seen some of 3, and I turned it off because that was the one who was in the amusement park with.
Whoa! Wait!
Watson Pinchot.
Wait, is that the one he had like cornrows or some shit?
I don't know if he ever had cornrows.
I don't think.
Or is that movie Metro that he did that felt like a fake ass Axel
Metro? He was with who was it? Anthony Hopkins, one of them old white dudes.
Nah, you thinking? Wait, I thought Metro. I don't remember the plot of Metro. I thought it was the amusement park one. Apparently, it's Beverly Hills Cop 3.
No, that's Beverly Hills Cop.
But I thought the movie you're talking about with Anthony Hopkins, isn't that the one with Chris Rock?
That's with Chris Rock.
Yeah. Okay.
What is that? Bad Company?
Bad Company. Yeah, that's right.
That's it. Yeah. Remember when that weird time where black comedians thought they could be action stars?
Right. I'm gonna play next to Sir Anthony Hopkins. Chris Rock, knock it the fuck off. Like, come on, yo.
And Michael Rappaport was in Metro.
Not seeing it. I'm not watching it. Yeah, I'm not watching that. No.
Michael Rappaport was in this TV show that I like called Only Murders in the Building. I'm like, oh god damn it! I don't want to have to turn this. I don't want to have to turn the season off because Michael Rappaport is in it. Did
they have a black character that he was like, I'm blacker than you? Because that's his whole shtick.
No, but he was basically playing Michael Rappaport, and I fucking hate that guy, man.
I really get it. Like that guy. I 100% even agree with you about hating Michael Rappaport because I was like, I'll listen to Tribe Called Quest. All right, we got it. Congratulations, nigga. But he's really good as the dad in Atypical, which really kind of pisses me off because he's not playing a very Michael Rappaport part. But he's actually very, very good in that show.
Yeah, he's not a bad actor.
He's not like when he's not just playing himself.
His real self is the dickhead. So yeah.
See, he can pretend to be not an asshole.
Nah, I'm completely turned off. I got half nigga kids. I can say it. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I love that quote is from a movie, and you're like, nah, he said that shit for real.
No, he said that shit. He probably ad-libbed that shit.
They were like, yo, that's not in the script. He was like, nah, put it in. Don't worry about it.
Don't tell Spike.
Was that from Bamboozled, right?
Yeah, that was from Bamboozled, a movie that I actually really, really like.
It's a great movie.
And respect Spike Lee for, but goddamn, yo, like, fuck that guy, yo.
I got half nigga kids, I can say.
I got half nigga kids, I can say it. His greatest role was when he was playing was when he was in Higher Learning, playing.
They beat the shit out of him.
We're playing a racist incel. Get the fuck out of here.
What was it with what's his? Who was the Nazi leader? Hauser.
Cole Hauser.
Yeah, Cole Hauser. Yeah, he was the head.
That nigga sounds like a Nazi.
Yeah, his dad's name is Wings Hauser. So yeah, probably.
Yeah, Cole Hauser sounds like the last. He sounds like the boss of a video game. He sounds like somebody B.J. Blazkowicz should be shooting face.
You have to climb to the top of this tower and fight who? Cole Hauser? That's a little on the nose. All right, relax.
Wow, Wings fucking Hauser.
Yeah, Wings Hauser is his dad. Yep.
And he's got a son. Cole Hauser has a daughter. Has a sister named Bright Hauser. Bright, as in the light, BRIGHT. Wow.
Nah, I'm looking at Wikipedia. I want to find out where in Germany is Wingshauser from. Knock it off. But Cole Hauser wasn't a bad actor. He's a real piece of shit in Higher Learning. Yeah, he really was.
What was the last thing I saw him?
He's a real piece of shit and everything, man. I like it.
Yeah, kind of is. Yeah, kind of is. It's true.
Beverly Hills Cop.
60-year-old Axel Foley. What is he going to be doing?
I probably training or teaching Taylor Page how to be a wisecracking black cop.
I don't need this. I don't need it.
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? It's like that's his daughter.
Is that his? Is that?
It's 100% his daughter, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna call the plot right now. That's his daughter. That's the dude she's gonna marry. He doesn't like it, but that guy's also a cop, and they work together on some crime. And through them working together, he ends up respecting him, and he's like, "You can marry my daughter." I'm calling it right now. That's the fucking plot for this stupid ass movie that doesn't.
They're gonna need his expertise because he's been on the force for 45 years for some reason.
Yeah, he somehow refuses to retire.
He's the fucking commissioner.
I'm telling you, that's the plot. You watch. That's the plot.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
So when the trailer comes out, dude, I told you. Like, that's what it's going to be. God damn it. And I hate myself for even knowing. Even knowing that.
It makes perfect sense. I don't.
Because you know why? Because it's the plot a 65-year-old nigga who's still trying to do this shit would come up with. Yo, I got a great idea. No, you don't, Eddie. No, you don't. It's a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's essentially like the stereotypical like bad dad movie.
Yep,
right.
It is. Yeah, because look, he fucked up. They fucked up the plot for Coming to America. That was cliche as shit. They didn't try to subvert the ideas of it. Yeah, it's the same with this. It'll be the same thing. I don't need this.
She's born in 90, so that makes sense.
She's 32.
Yeah, so she would be the right age.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
That's
Terrible.
terrible.
Look, terrible. It's either the plot I just named or slightly reverse that his daughter is now a cop and this is the guy she's marrying, and him and his daughter, they got kind of an estranged relationship, and through them solving a crime together, all right, you can marry that guy. He's pretty good. Joseph
Gordon-Levitt might be the villain, and it might be some random white dude.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, the Beverly Hills Cop thing, they did make them all the villains white. I'm pretty sure, right? Like, wasn't Bridget Nielsen and like some white dude the villain in the first one?
Was it Bridget Nielsen?
Yeah, she was like a giant woman at the shooting range that one time he meets her. I think that was the first one or the second one. I can't remember.
What's the plot of Beverly Hills Cop 3?
I don't know.
Why the fuck is he going to Beverly Hills? He's from Detroit, right?
Yeah, why does he keep going back? Look, again, if Judge Reinhold isn't in this movie, it doesn't make sense. Like he's close friends with them by the end of Beverly Hills Cop 2. I don't know if Judge Reinhold got murdered in the third one. I have no idea. I've never seen it. So
I can't remember, man. This shit is all a blur to me.
Yeah, it probably should be, since you saw the third one first. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. All right. More topics. Paramount and Showtime will merge into one streaming service. Okay. That's fine. I don't have Paramount or Showtime, so I don't care. Through this new setup, new subscribers can sign up for Paramount Plus with Showtime for $7.99 a month for standard ad-supported package, while the ad-free version will be $12.99. Current subscribers can upgrade within the platform. After the initial discount period ends on October 2nd, the bundle will cost $11.99 with ads and $14.99 to go ad-free. Customers only interested in Showtime can refuse the bundle for the mid-price of $10.99.
When is this supposed to happen? This October?
Seemingly like October 2nd, yeah. That's it. The initial discount period ends October 2nd.
Do I want to do this?
Which one do you have? You have Paramount, right?
I have Paramount Plus.
Yeah. How much are you paying a month?
I pay it by the year. I pay it by the year. It's like $60 a year.
Okay.
If I could pay it by the year, I'd do it just to get Showtime, right? Like I don't have Showtime.
What's on Showtime?
She's watching like Billions now through your Hulu account. And she really likes Billions.
Billions is really good. Yeah. Billions is a real good show.
You have Showtime on your Hulu?
Yeah, I think I do. But I could be like, I don't remember.
Is Billions on Showtime?
Yeah, I think it is.
I thought it was.
I feel like Billions is like the only good show on Showtime.
I would love to go back and watch Black Monday, like, and finish it.
Dexter, Stargate, Gigolos, Nurse Jackie, Tutors, Brotherhood, The L Word, The Big C, Penn and Teller's Bullshit.
Dexter. Let's go commit some crimes, man.
See, no, when I do a Latin voice, when I do a Latin voice, it's unacceptable. When you do one, it's fine.
See, when I do one, it's accurate.
No, I thought mine was pretty accurate. Hello. It's fucked up. Yeah, I'm not. I'm pretty sure Billions is on Showtime. Look, this is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, this is fine.
It's
Look, Billions
Pluto
is
TV.
I'm sorry, what?
It's on Pluto TV for some reason.
All right, relax.
Shit.
Look, that's fine. Look, if you have Paramount, it seems like, it's a pretty good deal if you want to get a couple of other additional shows. So that's cool.
Yeah, the only thing we use our Paramount Plus account for is The Good Fight when that comes on, and Paw Patrol, because they've introduced Paw Patrol. They've introduced Paw Patrol at the daycare to my son, and now he's like, "I want to watch Paw Patrol." I'm like,
where you can find Paw Patrol? Mad cheap, YouTube. Like, it's all on there. Yo. It's all on there. Also, you can show him the same 5 episodes. He's a kid. He doesn't know the difference. There's like 5 episodes of the first season of SpongeBob, and kids just watch it over and over and over again. They had no idea. This show's great.
Yeah, he.
Nah, I ain't that shit. Nope.
Chase is on the case.
You're a cop. I can't believe
Chase.
Yeah, I can't believe you let your son watch that propaganda, as you called it.
Yo, Chase is a bootlicker, yo. He's a real bootlicker, yo. He is. He's the definition of a bootlicker, and Chase should be fucking ashamed of himself.
Yo, there's a Paw Patrol and Friends YouTube video, dude, or YouTube channel. They got live, free, full episodes. What are you doing paying for it? Fuck out of here.
Oh, because I don't mind paying for shit that my wife wants. She wants
this shit on Nick Jr., nigga. Knock it off.
If she wants the good fight, I will give her the good fight. Yeah, it's a lawyer show.
Wasn't that the Good Wife like spinoff?
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently, both of those shows are amazing.
I've actually heard the Good Wife is quite good. So
yeah,
it's on the Roku channel for free.
Hey,
I have no idea what the fuck a Roku is.
Hey, yeah, look. The Roku channel is like 5 steps above Tubi because they just get like real shit, and they're like, oh, nobody's watching this here. You can have it for free. We don't give a fuck.
You know what I found out about Tubi and Roku? If you watch it on your browser with a ad blocker, it skips all the commercials. Remember we were doing the movie when we were doing The Stepmother, and y'all were getting commercials. We were watching it. I ain't getting any.
Oh, I
was rewatching it.
I didn't get any commercials because I just stopped looking at the screen.
I have an ad blocker, and it just blocks all the fucking ads. Hey. I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Oh.
Didn't realize it.
Yeah, but how else are you going to know? How else are you going to know about? How else are you going to know about J.G. Wentworth? If you don't get those commercials during the
I haven't seen a real commercial in 10 years. I don't watch TV.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Any of the stream. The only time I've seen a commercial is when some cheap ass nigga who don't want to pay for the ad free version of a streaming service let me use it. And I'm like, Like, what's wrong with the screen? Why are they asking me to buy shit? Like, what is this?
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Why is Master Chief walking tied?
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Meanwhile, when his wife wants to watch Billions, he just watches shit straight through. No problem. Yeah, see?
Oh, well, hey.
Yeah, see?
I don't know
See how people treat you?
You putting in on this? You putting in on this, man?
Nigga, fine. Let me go ahead and reset my password on Hulu. And see, you have to talk to your wife like, nigga, the good wife ain't working. Like, what the fuck is going on?
You better go to Roku, nigga. Like, it's free.
It's free. Whole first season. Knock it off.
Hey, I can reset passwords too. You won't get all that Halo goodness.
Oh, it isn't free. You actually have to get Showtime.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Get the fuck out of here. Did anybody finish the first season of Halo?
I did.
I barely finished the first episode. I didn't finish it.
I think I
finished it.
I don't think I made it through the third episode. I don't think I finished the third episode. When he went to see the angriest nigga on planet Zorban or whatever the fuck. Let's say what?
What's his name? I forgot his name. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I watched the whole thing. They don't need to do a second season. Did they cancel it? Did they cancel it yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's canceled.
Did he ever put his helmet back on?
Sure. He did. He did. He did. I think it was like ass naked. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? It was weird. It was fucking bizarre.
Well, it was like the first episode. I liked the action of it. I was like, all right, this is pretty good, and like I could recognize like, oh, this quality is not great, but like I'm having a good time. And then he took his helmet off, and I'm like, okay, I don't really care. That's fine. I'm not offended by that. And then I was like, why is it still off in the second episode? Like, put it back on. And he was like, nah, we're going to a different town. I'm gonna keep my helmet off. I'm like, nigga, I'm watching Halo. Put the fucking helmet.
He was out of the suit for half the fucking show.
Right. I'm like
the whole ass suit. I'm like, yo, what is going on?
Yeah, he was like, this shit's too hot.
I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, sure. I did not understand that. Like, I'm not mad that they showed his face, but like, it doesn't need to be shown constantly. Like,
yeah,
that didn't make sense.
It was weird. It was weird. Yeah. Like Pablo Schreiber was like, you got me, and you're gonna see my fucking face whether you like it or not. And apparently they didn't play any of the games, so they didn't have any of the stories from the games. They were like, we didn't watch the games. Yeah,
that's insane. That's insane.
It's bizarre.
Warner Brothers executives reportedly regret releasing the Snyder Cut, citing fan aggression. Well, you don't negotiate with terrorists.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I mean, goddamn! Like they were threatened by these motherfuckers.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ, these people are so stupid. In a recent report from Variety on DC's lengthy struggle to find its own version of Marvel's Kevin Feige, the magazine revealed that the studio executives internally regret releasing Zack Snyder's Justice League. According to Variety, Warner Brothers executives feel that releasing the Snyder Cut only emboldened fans who oppose Warner Brothers leadership at every turn. Yeah, because you just gave in to a bunch of lunatics.
Bots?
Yeah, bots and lunatics. To the tune of like $100 million you lost on that shit. So, or that you spent on it.
No, they spent $70 million
on finishing.
Yeah.
And then like another $30 million on top of that. So yeah.
For what?
You know what's funny?
There was like some low level promotion and shit like that they did for it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like they did it to kind of bolster HBO. They did it to kind of bolster HBO Max subscriptions.
How ironic!
Now look where HBO Max is about to go. It's about to be Discovery with HBO in them.
Yeah.
Did y'all finish that? The Snyder Cut?
I did.
Didn't they say like 50% of the people didn't finish it or some shit like that?
In the first week, it was 25%, or maybe the first week or first month
started it
that finished it from start to finish. It was like 25%, and I think by maybe month 2 or something like that, it was up to 50%. That's not a lot.
They can't release Batgirl. Huh? Seems racist to me, but okay.
I mean, we'll talk about that because there's an interesting story about that. I honestly think that like their excuse about like, well, Batgirl it's too big for HBO Max, but not big enough for the theater. One, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, there's nothing too big for HBO Max. You have The Batman is on HBO Max. Like, that's a real ass movie. Like, it's just a way to watch a movie at home. Like, you put whatever the fuck you want on there. Shut up. But like this idea that people were rushing out, would like be dying to see the Snyder Cut, like it simply wasn't true. It's 4 hours long. I woke up at 6 a.m. and started watching that movie so that I could be done at a reasonable fucking hour.
I watched it all the way through. I actually watched the entire thing all the way through. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I started it early in the morning and just watched the entire thing through. And it was better.
Yeah,
it was, but like you wasted your fucking money. But look, I don't know. They gave him the bots. I'm thinking to myself now that at this point they canceled Batgirl. Fine. Do you think with them canceling Batgirl and with the backlash that they got, do you think if they were like, you know what, let's go ahead and release it in like within the next 6 or 7 months, it would get more traction? Because they did this whole, we'll cancel it, and now that we're going to release it, more people would actually see it if they were smart.
Yeah, I think if they just did, like, if they just threw it up on HBO Max, is that what you're saying?
No, I mean, just whether theater or HBO Max, either one. Like, people are interested in seeing it now because they scrapped the whole fucking thing. They want to see if it's a train wreck like they said it is, or if it's halfway decent.
Yeah, I think that's probably largely true. I think it would get more attention. I think, I mean, I know people think that they canceled it for a number of reasons or whatever, but I think honestly, the reason they canceled it is because they didn't like where the last guy left it, and it basically made them have Michael Keaton as Batman. And they were like, no. I think that's their, like, oh, a tax write-off or whatever, or it wasn't good, and it maybe it's not great, I don't know. But I have a feeling that they were just like, we don't like this story. I think that's what it is. They had what they referred to as funeral screenings of the movie recently, this past week.
Yeah.
No, I think you'll know if that's true or not if the parts of The Flash, when that comes out, if all the Keaton shit is cut out. Or they wrap it up by like, all right, cool, we were in your universe, but now we're not in your universe. We're moving on without you. That's how you'll know whether or not they just scrapped that complete idea. They just didn't like it.
When does it come out? When does The Flash come out? Like
this summer?
April, May?
This coming summer? Like,
right.
I think it is. So I can't keep track.
Just put Batgirl out in like February, where they put everything to die. And if people like it, if Michael Keaton is in it, like, don't they have like multiverses in this fucking at this point? Like, just say it's a different universe.
Well, and the funny thing is, there's been reports that they went to I don't remember the actress from Batgirl, and they were like, well, like, maybe we're thinking about doing a Batgirl thing, like, in a different way.
Yeah,
like a new movie. She was like, yeah, go fuck yourself. No.
Like, get out of my face.
And you know what? I respect it.
I respect it for that, right?
Yeah, like, cool, you could be Batgirl, but like they made you do a whole movie and then they scrapped it. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
It's a waste of your time.
You wasted that woman's time, yo.
You did.
Yeah.
Like, time she could have been doing something else that would have gotten released and gotten her exposure. Yo.
I mean, I hope she got paid.
She probably turned down roles to be Batgirl.
100%. I mean, look, if that movie had hit, she's an instant superstar. You are the lead character in a Batman adjacent movie and it does well, you're an instant superstar. So, like, I think a lot of it has to do with it. It didn't make sense for their future plans, whatever those future plans are. So they killed it. But I think, according to this other story that I'll talk about, I think there's some other underlying things as well. So we'll see. And people cheering it should be very careful. So we'll get to that after this next story.
They know what they do. They know
but Yeah, be careful what you wish for, actually. Ezra Miller meets with Warner leadership in a course correct for The Flash. Yeah, this is a bad headline. Ezra Miller meets with Warner's leadership in a The Flash course correct. Yeah, The Flash really fucks that sentence up. It doesn't read well. So anyway, yeah, Ezra Miller and and their agent Scott Metzger on Wednesday or last Wednesday went in and met with Warner Brothers, and they were like, "Hey, Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdi, yeah, our bad. Like, sorry about all the shit that we've put you guys through. We want to do a course correct and like figure this out and move forward. Y'all really gonna move forward with them? Like, you think this is gonna work out?
In what way? With the
keeping him on in this role after this movie. That feels like a fucking huge mistake.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I mean, at this point, the movie's done, right? So making it right would be, well, no, you can't do that. Like, you can't have them on the marketing tour, right? Like normally you'd be like getting ready to ramp up like guest appearances, right? Like, oh, time for them to be on all the talk shows to get people to go see this movie.
No one's going to be talking about the fucking movie.
They're going to talk. They're only going to want to talk to you about your
on a ranch. like, no, it's not going to work. I don't get it. You know?
Okay. Even if they are not in the marketing for this movie, which I think is a high possibility, from a financial aspect.
How do you not have the star of your movie be on the fucking press junket?
Ask Florence Pugh. She ain't doing that new Olivia Wilde movie. She was like, I'm doing press for like the Venice Film Festival, and then like that's it. Fuck you.
No, but this is The Flash.
Yeah, I know. It's a $100 multi-million movie.
No.
I feel like you should have just done the course correct and been like, hey, do the apology or whatever. But we're done with you. But I think they're trying to see if they can keep them on for another fucking movie after this, or another, series show up or something like that. That feels like a mistake. I feel like as time gets close, when this movie comes out, people are going to start boycotting it. I think it's inevitable. And then what? Then what are you going to do? Oops. So then you put out this movie that cost you $300 or $400 million, and then it doesn't do well. And it's not because of the quality of the movie. I mean, apparently, by all accounts, the movie's good, quite good. But people are going to be like, nah, that dude's a creep, and I don't like it. So, best of luck.
How do people take to Shia LaBeouf? I was watching. He actually has an interview with fucking
John Barenthal.
John Barenthal. Yeah,
I saw that,
on his podcast. They only had like a 12-minute snippet of it, which sucks. Now all this is on his Patreon, which like I like his show, but I don't feel like paying a Patreon. But like, how do people take to him?
Rich?
Because he's had
No, I'm not paying for that.
Right, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you're John Barenthal. Like, what you need a Patreon for?
Right, not gonna
fuck. But he had an interview with him, and like he's had a bunch of issues.
Oh
but
yeah,
he hasn't been in multi-$100 million blockbusters in a while. He does like independent films and shit like that. And he's got a bunch of issues. I mean, he wasn't like
he's in that movie with Florence Pugh. Like, that's where a lot of this is kicking off. Like, Olivia Wilde apparently said she fired him and was like, oh, I fired him from that role. And then he was like, here are the receipts, actually. And then you were talking shit on Florence Pugh. And it was like, Florence Pugh was like, oh, word? Go fuck yourself. I'm not doing the press junket for this. So.
See. So he's kind of having a redemption arc, but I don't think he was as bad as Ezra Miller has been. I mean, he had a lot of issues, but a lot of his issues stem from like alcoholism and drug abuse and shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
And I don't think he projected that shit. He didn't like assault people, right? Like,
I'm not so sure about
allegedly.
that.
Allegedly, there's some allegations that he did.
Yeah, no, he was wild. He was wild. Here's the thing. I think Shia LaBeouf is a better actor. I do.
So do I. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf is a very good actor.
Yeah, like I know people like hate that guy because he's like kind of a prick and he's got all these history of issues. And look, you got history of issues with drug abuse and alcoholism. Look, I'm gonna need people to remember that, like, y'all niggas champion Robert Downey Jr. Yo, he was a fucking problem for a long time. Like, substance abuse is a thing, right? And I don't know if that's what stems, if that's where Ezra Miller's problems stem from. I honestly don't know. We haven't really heard about that. But like, yeah, Shia LaBeouf is actually a really good actor. He was great in Fury, which is probably one of the reasons why he's connected with John Barenthal to do the podcast, right? Because they work together. Look, I talked about it a number of months ago. The Peanut Butter Falcon is one of the fucking best movies I've seen in a long time. Like, he's great in that movie. Him and I don't know the actor's name that he's in with who has Downs. It's really fucking good. And it's got
that movie's on Tubi.
Yeah, that makes sense. But it's a really, really great movie. And it's got, I'm pretty sure it's got a cameo from Jake the Snake Roberts in it.
Yeah, I think that was his hero, right? The kid's hero?
Yeah, that's his hero. Like, he has a different name, I think, in the movie. But that's a really good fucking movie. Like, it's amazing, actually. Like, his performance is great. But yeah, look, some people need, some people got to hit rock bottom before they come back up. And look, again, if you love Robert Downey Jr., that dude used to get pulled off of weekly episodes of Ally McBeal because he kept getting arrested for alcoholism.
Well, I mean, let's keep it 100. Like, Marvel fans that are, these movies are for kids. These kids wasn't watching Ally McBeal in 1995.
No, they I don't think they even know anything about Robert Downey Jr.
Right. They have no idea that he was in that. They don't know what the fuck Ally McBeal is.
They don't know the Dancing Baby from the late 90s.
Weird ass show. So yeah, he had a redemption arc, and
yeah, he did.
Everyone deserves one, but like it's too early. It's too close.
They
comes out in like 9 months.
Like,
they were wild.
It feels
like they were filming pickup. They were filming pickup scenes while they were like, we don't know what we're gonna do. All right, by the way, bring them in so we can do these shots. Like, that's not cool, man.
Beating up people in Japan. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, relax.
That's the problem. It's too close.
It feels disingenuous. Yeah,
yes,
like
it does.
Like, how am I supposed to believe that, like, you're sorry while you? Oh yeah, and by the way, go see my new movie. Like, I don't know. It just feels weird, man. Like, I don't have a problem forgiving people, but god damn, like put some effort into it.
Take a couple months off. Take a couple months off.
Yeah, man. Everybody loves a comeback. Everybody loves a comeback, yo.
They do.
So just like go away for a while and then come back revamped and go away for a while, get clean for 6 months and 1 day, and then come back and realize, oh shit, DMX died. Like, what am I supposed to do now?
I didn't know he died. I'm sorry, guys. Man, if you don't take your drugged up ass off of TikTok and go seek help, Stacey Dash. Remember when she used to be fine? Like, y'all remember that? She was in Mo Money. She was all fine in that. Look what happened.
Was she in Mo Money?
Yeah, she was in Mo Money. She was his love interest. Mo Money is a great movie. It's ridiculous, but I love that movie.
Is it?
I love it. I love that movie. He was a criminal. Next up,
look at that suit. Jesus Christ!
Oh, Damon Wayans was wild, yo.
Look at that Mo Money poster.
Yeah,
God.
Like, that movie. If that movie didn't come out, I don't know what year before I looked. That movie had to have been like 19. That's got to be like 1996.
1992.
Nah, you're off by 4
92. Because it's the outfits were fucking nuts. Yeah, everybody had on way too much fabric, This nigga has a hat on that looks like he's a great value chef. Like, what is going on? God damn.
Like, one good gust of wind in the 90s and niggas were flying.
It's so much fabric, It's so much fabric. Yeah, Stacey Dash was super hot in that movie. Good Lord. Yeah, she just lost her mind. And drugs, man. Drugs. And Fox News, apparently. Next up, laid off HBO Max executives reveal Warner Brothers Discovery is killing off diversity and courting Middle America. Apparently, diversity and Middle America are not compatible ideas. That makes sense. It's true. Like,
not wrong.
Accurate. Warner Brothers Discovery has axed about 13 non-white executives as it tries to climb out of debt. It will likely affect the shows and movies that are made. Yeah, no shit. One former employee says that as many as 13 people of color previously in charge of developing shows like The Gordita Chronicles and Spanish language docuseries Menudo, Forever Young have been let go, likely influencing the types of shows and movies that are greenlit moving forward. Look, I don't know anything about this show. I hear that it's very good. I know Leonardo was saying that he likes it, but the title, The Gordita Chronicles, it's just funny to me. It just sounds funny to me. I'm sorry.
I mean, look, if you say, are they firing? Are they trying to like it sounds like they're trying to court Middle America and making like the most racist ass title possible, like the Gordita Chronicles or whatever. Come on,
I feel like it's probably created by a Hispanic.
No, it is. It is. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like he was like, it's actually really good. But like, I feel like if it was like if it was like the watermelon stories, like I feel like I would not be pleased with that.
If it was a sci-fi show called The Watermelon Files, like I wouldn't be like down for that shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch this.
Oh shit!
Like I want to believe that we have more watermelons. I'm like, all right, I don't like the cut of the jib of this show. It's offensive.
She's Dominican and Puerto Rican.
Oh shit!
So there you go.
So she doesn't like wearing shoes while driving, and she carries a knife. Got it. See, I'm being a dick. So look, it's I think it's a real shame actually.
It's kind of bullshit.
It is bullshit, and like at first I was like, well, that's happenstance.
Middle America doesn't have fucking internet.
I mean, a lot of them don't. Like Andy just got it like 6 months ago.
Fuck? Andy just got like fucking 10 down, 5 up. like last month. Like what the fuck? I mean, that's all you need for TV, but like, come on, man.
Yeah, it ain't
that's
right.
Weird.
Yeah, the coast. We live in large over here. Andy, we have 400 minimum. Andy's like, I can't even fathom that number.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like an irrational number for him. Like that shit doesn't make any sense. Look, like when Batgirl got canceled, I was like, that's unfortunate. Like that kind of sucks. I was looking forward to watching it. And then it's like starring Afro-Latino actress and everything else. And then you start to look at all the people. They're like, this person got fired. I'm like, nigga, this pattern is getting a little too obvious. Like
it sounded racist to me from the very start. Actually, it sounded racist once I saw what that nigga looked like. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
David Zaslav, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, it seems racist.
Yeah, I mean, look, a statement out of WB, they're like, well, we have plenty of, like shows with, people of color. We have Euphoria, Rap Shit, a Black Lady sketch show, Los Spookies, which
what's that about?
Scary Mexicans. I don't know.
Like, what is that?
I have no idea. Los Spookies. So like they're like, yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shows with people of color. Isn't that enough for you? Like, shut up. Now go watch Chip and Diana or whatever the fuck garbage fucking television. And basically they're like, look, this article I thought, or this part of the article is really funny. It's like an internal graphic comparing the audiences of Discovery Plus and HBO Max showed a stark demographic difference between the two streamers. Where HBO Max is popular with diverse groups, single people, and drivers of hybrid cars, Discovery Plus is popular with white married people who drive SUVs, minivans, and quote, traveling buses. HBO Max, you know what? I'm not.
What the fuck does that mean?
You know what? I'm gonna move on because I'm gonna say something that's fucked up, and I don't want to get myself in trouble.
A motorhome?
I mean,
no, I don't think that's what they mean.
Traveling. What do you like? Look, we've already said some fucked up shit already. What do you mean? Because I don't even understand.
I think how I read that is I think they are referring to perhaps some larger vehicles for some larger individuals in the Midwest. That's how I read it.
The my 600-pound life.
Right.
Crap.
I think that's kind of how I read it. It's fucked up. I mean, diversity. Health is not the best out there.
So it's basically it's an age thing for them, is what they're saying. HBO Max viewers are on TikTok and Instagram, while Discovery Plus viewers are on Facebook and Twitter. Well,
or nothing, right? No, but like, I think it's an age thing, but I also think it's just a general difference between the coast and the Midwest. Like, the Midwest is incredibly homogeneous, and like they don't they don't want to have anything that's sort of like what's that? What did you say? What did you say?
You said homogeneous.
Oh, I'm sorry, homogeneous. Homogeneous. I apologize.
Like a smart gay person? What?
They might be, you don't know. Homogeneous.
Oh shit.
But like I think it's a matter of like they don't know what to do with programming that is not like completely aimed at white people in the Midwest. I think that's true. Like, are white people going to watch a show with Selena Gomez and Steph Curry? Like, yeah, why?
Probably not.
Like, no, but probably they will. Like, but I think like, more maybe Selena Gomez. They're like, is she one of us? We can't tell.
No, that last name. Get out of here.
Yeah, but like, you watch that show, like, she don't come off as like no spookies. Like, but they make the point of like they would rather have something that is more all audience and more like Chip and Joanna, referring to that show Fixer Upper, which is incredibly popular with white people, than doing something that kind of pushes the limits of like race and like issues and things like that. If HBO becomes like makes only shows that appeals directly to white people and refuses to do anything good, HBO is officially ruined. It's officially ruined because like we talked about before the show, like offline, The Wire is considered one of the greatest shows of all time. Like, you're just not going to do shows like that anymore. You're not going to do We Own the City anymore. You're not going to do. They have Rap Shit because that existed before this buyout, or I think it was like in the works before this buyout. But like, you're just not going to have any more like Insecure type stuff. You're not going to do any of those kind of programming. Like, it feels a little weird that you would just like whitewash the whole network.
And like, people watch that shit. That's the part that doesn't make any sense. All of those shows has an audience, so why would you get rid of it?
Right.
By putting more bullshit on there. It's weird.
Because it's cheap to make that bullshit. That's a big point.
I googled TLC shows.
Ugh.
TLC is a subsidiary. It's one of the cable channels that's owned by Discovery. And I'm assuming that this is the type of stuff that
you know what TLC stands for. Before you continue, you know what the TLC used to stand for.
Micah?
The Learning Channel.
Exactly. Let's see what they have now.
I'm learning a lot. I'm learning that when I Google TLC TV shows, I'm learning that someone in TV at TLC or Discovery, they got a thing for big people.
Yeah, they do.
I'm gonna just run off a list of TV shows popular shows on TLC Go. Too Large.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same one.
1,000-pound sisters. 1,000-pound best friends. Smothered.
I think that
fat moms.
No, I think that's more of like, I mean, maybe, but I think that's more of like just a mom who's like just a little too like. I mean, she's quite literally smothering her in the image, but like, I hope it's not.
Well,
that.
she wouldn't be smothering her if she was,
smaller,
a little thinner. My Big Fat Fabulous Life.
Yeah, that's the OG one. That's the OG one.
hot and heavy, where dudes of average size apparently go on blind dates or dates with heavier women. Is this what Middle America wants?
My 600-pound life. That's the OG one, actually.
I love a mama's boy. My 600-pound life. Is this what Middle America wants?
Yes.
It costs no money.
They cost no money, right?
And everyone wants to be famous.
I'm gonna need Carl. Carl, you are an OG, bro. You're an OG from way back when we started this thing 11, 12 years ago. I'm gonna need you to answer for this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before we lay this on Carl, I think it's a lot to lay on him with all of these shows. I don't want to forget Family by the Ton. That's also there.
Oh, come on, yo.
Yo, how you gonna be on this show with these titles? I'd be like, yo, I don't want to be on this show called Family by the Ton. That's offensive. Like, stop. They're like, no, but y'all weigh a ton. Like, I got it.
So they're gonna get rid of a bunch of scripted television. And they're going to combine this. So basically, all you have to do is take HBO. Let's make it HBO Discovery. That's all it needs to be called. When it comes on, you have two options. You have HBO Max, and then you have Discovery.
Yep. Then I can just turn that one off. I'll never
I'm going to go to HBO, and that's all of the shit all of the good quality television is going to be on HBO.
Whoa.
And then the Discovery shit is going to be all the garbage.
Nah, but Terrence.
Why do you have to delete everything?
No, Terrence. So you're telling me, you're going to sit here and tell me that when you open up HBO Discovery, you would prefer to watch The Wire, some African-American show for liberals who drive fucking Priuses or whatever, instead of Return to Amish, or perhaps Seven Little Johnsons. I guess it's another show with little people in it. Unexpected, which is about having unexpected kids. Why the father got to be black? Why did he got to be black? That's fucked up. That's racist. Extreme Sisters. They have the one show with the girl who has two heads. Like, that's a real show.
Oh my god.
Yo, all this shit is fucking
I'm not lying, yo. I'm not making it up.
It is.
There's a show with a girl with two heads.
All of this shit is just ridiculously exploitative, man. And
90 Day Fiancé.
And it's real. It's actually really fucking sad, man.
Yeah.
It's actually really fucking sad. And it's one of the reasons why this country is the piece of fucking trash that it is. Because like this apparently is what's popular on TV, yo. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Outdaughtered about a guy who has like 8 daughters. Like, nigga, be happy you got kids, yo. That apparently you wanted. 90 Day Fiancé feels like.
You ever seen clips of that show? You ever seen clips of that show? That's just fucked up.
Yeah, I have.
Yo,
yo,
it's fucked up. Like, it's just like sex tourism. It'll just be man. It's just like some older white woman going down to Jamaica or like going to Ghana or whatever to get her back blown out, and this nigga trying to get a green card. Like, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Like you said, it's
what the fuck? This is real life. It's like, what?
No, it's not.
Like, I don't want to see
what
this.
What the fuck is Seeking Sister Wife? What the fuck is Seeking Sister
Wife? Hey, Micah,
wife.
Micah, I think you know. What it is.
Yo, I can't.
I think you know. And when this goes live on HBO Discovery, you can click on the second one that says bullshit, the bullshit button, and you can find out. Quality versus bullshit.
That's all they have to do. You know, just leave that shit to don't change anything. Just combine it and just separate it.
Yeah, just two settings. That's fine.
Seeking Sister Wife documents the lives of 3 very unique families who are all in various phases of seeking, dating, or transitioning a new sister wife into their lives. The fuck is a sister wife? First of all,
that's the people who. That's no. Whoa! You guys don't know what a sister wife is? Are you serious?
No, I don't.
Y'all didn't watch. Y'all didn't watch. What is it? What the fuck was that show? Oh, it's not The Big Lie. I can't remember. No, they're Mormons who sister wives are the like the secondary wives. Like when they marry one of them, and then they're like, "Oh, bring in another chick. I really love when you fuck her on the side." They marry another one like behind the government's back, and that person, they're sister wives now. Like they don't fuck each other. Probably, maybe some of them do, but yeah, they're sister wives. As they get
a woman who is simultaneously the sister and the co-wife of another.
Yeah, sister wife.
So a nigga that marries a woman and her sister?
No, just another woman.
That's what this is.
No, it's they.
Nigga, what are you talking about?
No, in like the like, what was the Mormon show that was out a number of years ago? Those women were sister wives, right? If you marry a woman and then you marry a second woman because you're a Mormon, those two women become sister wives. Like they're sisters, but they're also your wife.
Nigga, what are you talking about? That's what I just said, right?
No, but they don't have to be. They don't have to be biological sisters. Is what I'm saying. They're not biological sisters.
Did they grow up together?
No. It would be like you marrying your wife and then marrying some other random trollop, and then the two of them would be referred to, your wife and said trollop would be referred to as sister wives.
So
they would both be married to you. Gross.
So it's like when people call each other like mommy and daddy and shit. Like
I guess this is on some Mormon shit. Like it's on Mormon shit.
I can't deal with this incest shit, yo.
No, this is not incest. This is not incest.
It's too close.
It says sister wife.
No, but it's different, y'all.
Nah, yo. No, it's not, yo. No, it's not. Like the sister wives, sibling sex, like all that shit, just is not.
What was the name of that show? Big Love. Yeah, that was a good show, man. It was fucked up. He was married to 3 different women. They were sister wives, and they had to keep their marriage hidden because it's illegal if they do it. But yeah.
So let's be on reality TV. What?
Big Love was on HBO. That was a quality ass show.
It's actually on HBO Max.
Yeah. That's actually Bill Paxton was the lead on that. That show was really good.
Bill Paxton, Chloe Sevigny, whatever. How do you say her last name?
I don't know, but I know she blew a guy in a movie for real.
Yeah, Brown Bunny.
Yep. I've seen the scene. I've seen it. It's on Pornhub.
Oh, so Big Love.
That nigga wrote and directed the movie and was like, "Hey, I have a scene for you where you blow me for real and I brick in your mouth." She was like, "Okay, I'll do it." What are you doing? What are you doing? I instantly regretted it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That's a disgusting term. Sister wife.
Oh, I thought you meant brick in her mouth.
Like that is also, I've never heard that before. It's fucking insane.
It is a terrible term. No, sister wives is a terrible term. I agree with you, actually. But you should watch Big Love. It's a good show.
So that's the bullshit. So yeah, just separate it. Mm. That's all you got to do, and stop just getting rid of shit. Like, really
that's the part. That's the part I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand that. Just leave it alone. All right, let's jump
HBO
into.
HBO has literally been like almost the leaders of some type of diversity for like the last 30 years.
Yeah, they push the envelope on everything.
Yeah, so why the fuck stop?
Like, you gonna take off? Like, I've only watched a couple episodes, but I think they're like really good conversations. You gonna take off LeBron's show, The Shop? Isn't that on HBO?
Yeah, The Shop is good. Is that on?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
It is.
Yeah, it's on HBO.
Like those are some real ass conversations they have. Like, you gonna take that off? You gonna replace it with, I don't know, Sister Wives season 7 or whatever?
Like Sam Jay's show was really good. Like, that's crazy, man.
Yo, if they take off that damn Michael Che show, I'm not unsubscribing. That show pushes the limit. That show is absolutely insane, and I love every bit of it. Like, welcome to our dojo, where we kick you in the stomach to give you an abortion. That shit was fucking hilarious. That shit was fucked up. It was hilarious. All right, let's jump into what the fuck. Brought to you by JT.
Yo, if Terrence told me that Michael Che was his cousin, I would 100% believe it, because like they have very similar senses of humor. Yo.
Yeah,
like,
they're both fucked up. Fucked up. That dude's funny, man.
He's very funny.
This river valley is home to the world's largest earthworms.
Australia. Fuck out of here.
Bingo.
Yeah. Fucking giant bugs. Like, nah, yo, knock it off.
It's one of the world's most elusive and fascinating creatures. Elusive is an earthworm, yo.
You can't find it.
Able to survive in an environment. I mean, unless it's got a power suit like Earthworm Jim, I feel like you should be able to catch an earthworm, yo. It's able to survive in an environment completely changed by its human inhabitants and rarely showed up above ground. These enormous earthworms can only be found in a 150 square mile area, a habitat once blanketed by dense forests, but now has been completely converted to farmland. Look, just tell me how big the worm is. Oh, Jesus Christ, yo. This woman can jump rope with this thing, yo. Like, it's...
Nope. I'm not clicking on that. Go fuck yourself. No. That's a snake. That's a snake. It's not a worm. At that point, it's a snake.
This woman picture here with a giant Gippsland earthworm back in the 80s has been studying the unique invertebrate for 25 years. Said to be the largest earthworm in the world. It's restricted to the south and west part of Gippsland, Victoria, Australia.
Australia,
like 6 feet long.
Hold on, isn't the original story of Godzilla that like all the monsters live in Australia, or like because of nuclear testing they all got huge? I feel like, did that really happen in Australia? Because their amount of wildlife is a little odd for that fucking island. Get off of it. Nuke it from orbit and then move on. Only way to be sure.
2 meters.
Yeah, yo, this is like some... This is like some Tremors shit, yo.
Nah, yo,
get the fuck out of here, man.
Get the fuck out of here. No, thank you.
No, if you ever want to jump with a worm, go to Australia.
Nah. Terrence, you're up.
Oh, fuck off. Teen had to have a USB removed from his penis after he inserted it into his... Yeah, after he inserted it into his member to measure it.
He inserted
what? He was sounding with a USB?
He had to have... Wait a fucking second. Let me... Okay.
Was it a USB?
Teen had to have a USB removed from his penis after he inserted it into his member to measure it.
A drive? Like a USB drive? No, I disagree.
In this place got a USB cable stuck in his penis during an attempt to measure its size. A 15-year-old boy had to undergo emergency surgery after he stuck a USB into his urethra. How do you even do that? How big is your urethra?
Put it next to your dick. You don't have to put it in. What the fuck? Next to it.
Look.
We've all measured. We don't need to pretend like we haven't. We've all measured. You put the ruler or whatever next to your dick, not inside of it. What are you doing?
Yeah, you put it next to it, and then you press it as hard as you can
into your back
to give yourself as much.
I mean, you're not wrong. Everybody's done it.
Oh shit!
You try to make it. You try to make it touch your abdomen. Like fucking, come on, man.
You gotta be real with yourself.
I think you gotta know your limits.
I think the real question is, did he insert it the right way the first time?
You're an asshole. Yeah, no one does. It's impossible.
Is this a real picture? There's no way. That's not possible. No, that's impossible.
Is it a USB-C cable? Because at least that's a smaller cable.
What? That's a fake.
Oh, come on. No, yo, they just laid that on him and took the x-ray, right? That's not real. How?
No, that can't be real. Doctors had to make an incision near his genitals and anus to get the
Oh my God. I didn't look where this is. This is India. This is India, isn't it? No.
They had to make an incision. They had to make an incision in his taint to get the cord out.
Oh,
yo, that's unacceptable.
Oh, the United Kingdom. Man, y'all supposed to know better.
He's a kid, 15-year-old. You still should fucking know better than this.
Yeah, you're definitely.
How did you know better?
This is what happens when you guys don't know how to talk to girls, man. Like, for real. For real.
Experts say people's desire to partake in activities such as this stems from sexual curiosity, sexual practice after intoxication, and mental disorders such as borderline schizoaffective and bipolar personality disorders.
Oof.
London andrologist Amir Rahim says acts like this usually lead to complications, including urinary tract infections and urethral injuries. Rahim said phallus filling maneuvers are becoming more common as everything is, thanks to social media and in general, so the easier ways that misinformation can be spread. Who the fuck said, yeah, put a USB cable in your dick?
Why is a USB cable a unit of measurement? Like that's like they come in various lengths and sizes, right? Like the only way you're going to measure your dick with a USB cable is if you measure it and then put that up against a ruler. Why don't you just cut out the middleman and use the fucking ruler?
Right. Again, if you're gonna use the cable, just put it on the outside. You don't need to get a temperature check inside your body with it. What are you doing?
Your threshold for pain has to be amazing.
It has to be extremely high. Yeah.
You have to feel no pain, right?
Well, they said, you could be intoxicated, right? Didn't he say something about being intoxicated or something?
How intoxicated do you have to be to shove something in your penis and it not hurt?
Me, extremely. Like,
right,
I've never been that intoxicated. However high or drunk I've ever been, triple it, and then multiply it by 10. Get the fuck out of here! No. Oh my god.
That's insane.
I'm not sure. I'm not even. Myself personally, I have felt very uncomfortable when you wait too long to take a piss and it's like too much. You're like, fuck, like, holy shit. Like, that's a lot. Like, that can be a lot. I can't imagine trying to slowly, power on my phone, via my internal organs. Like, that is a fucking terrible idea. No, thank you. No.
I don't like it.
No, I don't care for it at all. Thank you for sending that to Terrence and not me. My story, bit weird. Murdered woman shocks beachgoers. They have pictures of the murdered woman on the beach. Incidentally, shocked beachgoers called police amid fears that they had found a murdered woman when a silicone sex doll was seen washed up on the sand. Panic-stricken locals noticed that they thought was a corpse of a young lady sprawled on the beach in this place, but apparently it was a hyper-realistic sex doll.
New Jersey.
Both of those admirable guesses. Closest without going over, Terrence, it is in Thailand. However,
Come on, Atlantic City. You're letting me down.
Yeah. Nah, if it was in Atlantic City, it'd be a real body. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You know what? There you go.
Like, let's go. Paramedics and police raced to the scene with blaring red lights as they prepared the area to be...
Looking at the picture, that's fucked up.
It looks like a real person. Like, it absolutely does. However, they were left scratching their heads as they noticed the fresh-looking cream complexion of the skin before squeezing a leg. And then they were like, oh, this is rubber. Officers identified the mystery body as a hyper-realistic Japanese AV idol sex doll. Yeah, that's fucked up. So my question is, who fucked a sex doll on a boat and threw it off? It's like, don't need it.
You weirdo.
Yeah.
Some weird ass nigga.
They were like, you gonna wash it out? He was like, the ocean will do that. Yeet. Also, I'm not having sex with a doll. That's weird. I don't mean to judge people, but it feels like you're just into raping an unconscious person. That's what it feels like to me.
That's very Cosby-like.
Yes, it's very Cosbyan. Yep.
That's what it is.
No, I'm really into that. Why? Please stop. Don't do that. Yeah. So there you go. Trailers this week. Well, let me cue this one up.
So the first one is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It's one of those things where you kind of didn't know you want something until you get it, and then it's like, yeah, I still don't want it.
I did not want this.
This is fucking dumb. Like, I probably will watch it. Honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay,
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna watch it because, like, I'm a horror guy. It's just silly.
So the premise here is that Christopher Robin has left 100 Acre Woods and has abandoned Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, and they grow up to just be homicidal murderers. That is, and that's where we find them. Here's the thing. This movie makes the case. So one, a little background here. The reason why this movie can be made and them not get sued is because Winnie the Pooh and the Winnie the Pooh characters have entered into the public domain, right? Because they're 75 years old or whatever. And they're literary characters. This movie makes a very good argument for artificially extending those rights so that shit like this can't get made. But also, I can't wait to see the type of fucked up weird shit that people do in this movie. So I'm of two minds on this.
I mean, it looks like one of those so bad it's good movies, because it looks like the best so bad it's good movies are movies where people are actually genuinely trying to do something, that they
of
think
quality.
that they think is going to be awesome, right? And it just turns out to be bad. And like, when people intentionally make a bad movie, it's just a bad movie.
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
But like, the reason The Room was so good is because that dummy really thought he was a fucking genius and really tried his best, and then he made another movie that was intentionally bad, and it was just bad. This looks like a good bad movie, and it's a slasher movie, or like a good old fashioned like blood and honey
shut up
slasher. And I dig these type of movies. So I'm talking all this shit. Nah, yo, I'll watch a dude in a bear costume decapitate somebody with an axe. Yeah, I'm for it.
Yeah, okay. You guys let me know how this is.
So here's the thing. This guy, the director or producer / director of this movie, is also working on a couple other movies.
Oh, boy.
A Demonic Christmas Tree, Fire NATO, Sky Monster. Working on this. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, Rise of the Loch Ness, Dinosaur Prison, and Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare.
Oh, that one must have entered into the must have entered into the public domain too.
Apparently, creating titles is really difficult. Sky Monster, like these
are all within like 2 years. No, all of those director credits is this year.
It sounds like he did some SEO research. He was like, well, Sky and Monster are both hitting this month. All right, let's go with Sky Monster. I don't give a shit. Now I'll make the movie. I have a title. Let's make a movie now.
He's produced Spider in the Attic, Easter Killing, Curse of Bloody Mary, The Offering, Looks Can Kill, Wrath of Van Helsing. Wow. There you go.
Wrath of Van Helsing? Wasn't Van
He's
Helsing
the good guy? Nah, not in this guy's story. He's like, nah, fuck that.
Fire NATO.
Are we supposed to be rooting for Dracula in that movie? Like,
are we rooting for Winnie the Pooh in this one? So
I mean, I kind of am. That's the whole point.
Right. I mean, in fairness, yeah. No. Like, what if this movie turns out to be good, and Winnie the Pooh, this version of Winnie the Pooh, enters into the pantheon of like great slasher characters? It's like Jason, Michael Myers, Pooh.
I just want this character. I want this movie to be so good that these are the Winnie the Pooh books that they make.
Well, they could. I think Disney or whoever owns or doesn't own, but like is also making a Winnie the Pooh, thing for kids. So yeah, these are definitely getting mixed up at your local Blockbuster.
Yeah,
look forward to that shit. All right, next up,
weird.
Combining two shows, two tastes that taste better together. The trailer for My Son Hunter. This is the Breitbart made film, the comeback story of Gina Carano after she was fired from Disney. She's now making a garbage film for the psychos on the right. Cool. So this is about Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, that the right wing is convinced is a fucking mastermind of some sort. This movie does not look good. The production value looks fine, but like storytelling wise, this looks like a fucking dumb mess.
Don't lie. You're gonna watch this because
I never said. Oh, whoa! I never said I wasn't gonna watch it. The fuck, I wouldn't watch this. Are you kidding me? Absolutely, I'll watch it.
This thing has the one thing that you love about movies: fourth wall breaking.
Yep, that's the reason I'm gonna see it. That's the reason I'm gonna see it.
What is like? This is wild to me, right? Like when the left makes fun of the right, it's usually like somebody doing a bad Trump impression, right? On a comedy show, right? And when the right makes fun of the left, it's this based on a true story. The Biden crime family led by President Rick Biden, whoa, and his son Hunter, and Hunter is the fucking mastermind behind cocaine and laptops, and like it just like goddamn, dude. Like
here's the thing. Not only is this bad, but I'll tell you why it's bad. Because a lot of these right-wing people, what's his face that smells like his pictures look like he stinks. Steve Bannon. Right. He was a big, he took over Breitbart after Andrew Breitbart died of natural causes, cocaine. And, I mean, I don't care. It was a great day. Fuck that guy. But he wanted to be a Hollywood guy. And when he was rejected from Hollywood, right? Because remember we talked about him having a big stake in like Castle Rock, right? Like when he got rejected from Hollywood, he made a bunch of right-wing movies. And that was how he was like attracted the attention of Andrew Breitbart, who brought him in. It was like, oh, this guy's a fucking genius or whatever, right? Because he was making all these like bullshit movies and documentaries or whatever, lambasting the left based on like fake information, basically. So
wait, when did he make these
movies? He made them before he went to Breitbart, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Because they talked about it on Behind the Bastards. Like, he did like a number of them. And they were like low budget or whatever, but like the right was like, oh, these are or Andrew Breitbart was like impressed by them. So he wanted to be a Hollywood guy and couldn't make it. He was a failure. A lot of people don't know this. Ben Shapiro also wanted to be a screenwriter in Hollywood, and he couldn't make it because if you listen to Behind the Bastards and have heard any of his writing, it's fucking garbage. And so he couldn't make it. So they're all obsessed with this idea of making these out of Hollywood type films, like really show Hollywood how to make stuff. I basically summarize it as this. They're losers and they got rejected from the cool kids table. And so now they're doing this. So, but look, I think I'll be honest, from a like cinematography aspect, this doesn't look bad. Like, it doesn't look bad. From a like a writing and storytelling aspect, it looks like bullshit and over the top nonsense. But like it's shot well. I'll give him that.
I don't think so. I don't think it is. So? I don't think it, no. I don't think it is at all. And that's not. It's not me just being a hater, yo. I see 4 different color palettes in this trailer. It looks like
color
has
palettes
no
color palettes are a liberal conspiracy. My God, like
it doesn't look. It doesn't like that. That scene. Everything looks either not quite sepia. Like it's either sepia with 2 forms of red. Like it just doesn't. There's no flow. There's no cohesion in this. And
I think a lot of this is going to be a fever dream.
Maybe that's a stylistic choice, I guess, but it doesn't. It looks like a bad Safdie brothers movie.
Yeah, I guess that.
I mean, it's not going to be good. I can guarantee you that. Barring, like, I'm not even talking about whether it's truthful or not. It isn't. But, like, it's not going to be good because they can't help themselves because they're bad at writing. Like, any of the dialogue in the entire trailer is garbage. Like, it's not good. And boy, are they definitely going to have a problem with us showing this during this video. It's fine. I don't care. It doesn't look good. I think it looks like it's a mess. But, I mean, I think I think it's like those scenes are like, I agree with you. The color palettes and shit like that are all over the place. But I mean, I think it's just on the bare minimum. I think it is shot competently.
It's competently shot.
Yeah, it's competently shot. Like, and that, look, that's the best I could say for this movie. If I'm being honest, that is the absolute best I could probably say. But yeah, I'm gonna watch it. And I'm gonna review it. So, best of luck. You better be good.
Next week.
Is that when it comes out? Fuck.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah. Have fun. I'm gonna need you and Brad to review it.
No, well, that's fine.
That should be a segment.
Yeah,
that should be bang on a bullshit. That should
be the last segment of fucking for next week's episode. There you go.
We had to watch this. It wasn't good. All right. Any parting words there, gentlemen?
Don't stick USB drives up your penis or cords. It's unhealthy.
Agree to disagree. Look, do whatever you want.
I need more children's stories to get the slasher treatment, right? Like let's get the hungry little caterpillar. Instead of eating apples, is eating people. And it just keeps growing and growing and growing. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the Blob? That's the Blob, right? That's the Blob story.
Kind of, yeah. I need
so it becomes a giant
more of this shit, right? I need more of this shit. I need some Dr. Seuss horror, right? Because those things, Dr. Seuss already, they already look fucking weird, right? They already look like monsters. I need that.
You want an adult version of Hop on Pop, where a son murders his father? Is that the idea?
I need a gritty, like, Sesame Street, right? It already takes place in New York, right? Like, I need a
trash can.
I need fucking garbage monsters to be popping out of cans and shit. And
That's fair.
I need Cookie Monster to be like,
that's a crack addict. That's a crack addict.
Yeah. Cookie Monster. I need that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not mad at that. I wouldn't mind seeing the Berenstein Bears like fucking shit up. Like, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Crime family.
Yeah. Velveteen Rabbit, you know. And like a Watership Down-esque.
Oh my God, Watership. This is not a cartoon for kids. No, but it's a cartoon. Don't watch that. Primal. Like, guys, these are not for kids. Like, I don't care if it's animated. It's not for kids.
Has the Aesop's Fable up for are the Aesop Fables public domain yet? You could make those into some pretty dark shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the Bible.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
It's just the Bible. Somebody copied someone's homework. Copy it, but don't get me in trouble. All right. I think that's it. You come up with your own kid shows or kid books turn into horror movies and let us know. That would be fun. All right. That's it for us. We will see you guys next week.
See you.
Take it easy.